My guess is they go 0-4. Maybe they go 1-3. Haslam's going to come down on Sunday, October 5th. And he says, I want Shedeur to play against Minnesota. And the staff's going to say, we're in London. It's rough. Just give us one more week. We don't want Shedeur having to go overseas. It's a big ask. And so they stave off the owner for a week. Flacco loses that game. I believe Shedeur starts Sunday, October 12th.
I'll keep saying it. I believe Shedeur Sanders should play more games than any other quarterback on this roster this year, because he's the only guy that I look at and say they might have something here. Because I'm telling you right now.
Breaking news out of Cleveland, where sources are reporting that the owners of the Cleveland Browns have made their intentions clear. They want Shedeur Sanders to start at quarterback for the team. Colin Cowherd recently shared that Sanders has quickly become the favorite for the starting QB position, and it's not just speculation. The Browns ownership is expected to apply significant pressure on team management to have him take the reins from day one. Could this be the beginning of a new era for Cleveland, led by the highly talented Shedeur Sanders?
Jimmy Haslam, many believe, forced Andrew Berry and Stefanski to draft Shedeur Sanders. They drafted Dylan Gabriel probably a round or two early, hoping to get out of the Shedeur sweepstakes. So the question is, at some point, Haslam's going to come down and say, play Shedeur Sanders.
Colin Cowherd also revealed some inside details about the situation. Apparently, it wasn't just management pushing for the change. Cleveland's owner, Jimmy Haslam, played a key role in this decision. According to Cowherd, Haslam directly forced head coach Kevin Stefanski to go with Shedeur Sanders, despite Stefanski's initial reluctance. In fact, Stefanski tried to block the move by selecting quarterback Dylan Gabriel in the third round, 2 picks before Shedeur. But now, Haslam is once again stepping in, urging Stefanski and the coaching staff to start Shedeur from the get-go. The pressure is mounting, and it seems the Browns' future might be in Shedeur's hands sooner than expected. However, Colin Cowherd also reported that, despite the pressure from ownership, management is still hesitant to hand the reins to Shedeur Sanders right away. The coaching staff and front office are reportedly looking for ways to delay his start, possibly trying to ease him into the role rather than throwing him in from the very beginning. But Cowherd believes it's ultimately inevitable. The Browns' ownership is determined to make Shedeur their quarterback of the future, hoping his talent will transform Cleveland into a championship contender. Colin also highlighted an important factor that goes beyond just football performance. According to Cowherd, the Browns' ownership isn't just looking for Shedeur Sanders to deliver on the field. They're looking for the headlines. The owners want to make a splash, and bringing Shedeur in as the starting QB would definitely do that. Cowherd pointed to previous examples like Baker Mayfield and Deshaun Watson, both of whom were heavily supported by ownership, despite some concerns or doubts from management. It's clear now that Shedeur is the new guy in their sights, and the ownership is all in on him, seeing his potential to bring not just wins, but also national attention to Cleveland.
But if you believe, and many do, that the owner, he's the one that wanted Manziel, he's the one that did Deshaun Watson, he's the one that wanted Baker Mayfield. This is an ownership group that likes headlines at quarterbacks. Shedeur's a headline. Dylan Gabriel's not. I mean, look, we're paying attention to the Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns GM Andrew Berry also weighed in on the situation, emphasizing that the team didn't draft Shedeur Sanders just to sit as a backup. In a recent statement, Berry made it clear that Sanders was brought in to compete for the starting quarterback position. He acknowledged that Shedeur has the talent and drive to challenge the current roster of quarterbacks and prove himself as the top choice.
Shedeur, we talk oftentimes about quarterback being the most important position in the sport. We obviously spent a lot of time with Shedeur throughout the process. He's highly accurate, can play well from the pocket, very productive college career. And
GM Andrew Berry also revealed an interesting insight about the Browns' draft strategy. Going into the draft, the team had no intention of selecting 2 quarterbacks, and they certainly didn't expect someone like Shedeur Sanders to still be available by the 5th round. According to Berry, When the opportunity presented itself and Shedeur was still on the board, the Browns jumped at the chance to sign him. This unexpected turn of events highlights how highly they view Sanders' potential. What started as a surprise pick is now quickly turning into a real competition for the starting job. Shedeur Sanders hasn't just filled a jersey, he's embraced the challenge and proven himself from day one. From the first day of OTAs, Sanders has displayed poise, precision, and a level of drive that demands the attention of the coaching staff. His performance has been nothing short of impressive, and with each practice, he continues to show why Andrew Berry's decision to bring him in was more than justified. Shedeur is no longer just a rookie trying to make a name for himself, he's a serious contender. The quarterback situation in Cleveland is heating up fast, and at the center of it all is Sanders, who has quickly turned into one of the most talked about stories of the Browns' offseason. When Shedeur Sanders was selected as the 5th pick by the Browns, many assumed his role would be limited, perhaps a backup or just a developmental piece for the future. After all, it's not often that a player taken that late in the quarterback pecking order even enters the conversation for a starting spot. Most 5th-round picks are seen as projects, players who might need time to develop before they can contribute at a high level. But Shedeur has shattered those expectations. But Shedeur Sanders is rewriting that script. Unlike most late picks who quietly work behind the scenes, Sanders has made a visible impact during OTAs. He's not just another rookie trying to find his footing, he's commanding huddles, showing poise under pressure, and impressing coaches with his sharp decision-making. It's clear now, Shedeur isn't here just to learn, he's here to compete. His performance has forced the narrative to shift, and he's now very much in the thick of the starting quarterback conversation. The Browns' once quiet decision to pick him in the 5th round is turning into a bold statement of intent, and the excitement around Sanders is only growing.
If you're drafted in the 4th round or later, you're instantly running with the 2s. More often than not, even the 3rd round or later, you're more likely running with the 2s. Though Shedeur is probably going to still be running with the 4s, the coaches suggested there's going to be a fair opportunity for everybody.
According to NFL insider Peter Schrager, this year is shaping up to be a pivotal one for Shedeur Sanders. Despite being selected in the 5th round, Schrager reported that Shedeur is set to get a genuine opportunity to play, something not often promised to mid-round quarterbacks in their rookie season. This speaks volumes about the Browns' confidence in Shedeur's potential. They're not just bringing him in to develop slowly, they believe he has what it takes to contribute immediately.
Quarterback is always going to be looming in every conversation. So I think they're going to want to get those guys action, Gabriel and Sanders. I think they're going to want to have one veteran quarterback. I don't know if there's a value in having both of those veteran quarterbacks and then having 2 rookies on the roster as well.
Fans couldn't contain their excitement as they eagerly anticipated the upcoming open training sessions where they'll finally get to see the Cleveland Browns in action. And there's one name that's on everyone's mind: Shedeur Sanders. With the support of ownership behind him, Cleveland fans are riding high on hope this season, especially after the addition of one of the most promising quarterback prospects the NFL has seen in a long time. Shedeur has quickly become a fan favorite, and the buzz surrounding him is undeniable. From young to old, Browns fans are eager to witness his talent firsthand. There's a real sense of anticipation, as everyone is excited to watch Shedeur work his magic on the field. With ownership backing him to be the future of the franchise, it's clear that this year's training camp is going to be one of the most exciting yet. Fans are ready to pack the sessions and see Shedeur ball out as the excitement around him continues to grow. Shedeur Sanders has always been working for this moment, putting in the effort during OTAs and minicamps, even when things weren't going exactly how he hoped. Despite not always getting the reps he wanted, Shedeur maintained his focus on the bigger picture. As he put it himself, "You've got to understand the situation you're in. Whether you're getting reps or not, you can take it negatively, or you can use it to push yourself harder." This mindset became his driving force. While others might have let the lack of opportunities hold them back, Shedeur used it as motivation to work even harder. He stayed disciplined, kept grinding, and honed his craft. And now, he's climbing the depth chart with a clear purpose. His hard work is paying off, and the Browns are taking notice. Shedeur Sanders has rapidly transformed from a promising rookie to the undeniable future of the Cleveland Browns. With the unwavering support of ownership and growing backing from the top, it's clear that he's no longer just a developmental prospect. He's the front-runner for the starting quarterback role. The Browns' front office and coaching staff, once hesitant, are now fully invested in Shedeur's potential, and his performance during OTAs and minicamps has only solidified their confidence. The narrative has shifted, and now it's hard to imagine anyone pulling Shedeur from the starting lineup. The excitement surrounding him isn't just confined to the organization. Fans across Cleveland are buzzing with anticipation, eager to see their new quarterback in action. From the youngest to the oldest, the community has rallied behind Shedeur, and the energy surrounding him is palpable. For Browns fans, it's not just about a quarterback, it's about hope for the future. Shedeur's rise to the top has ignited a new sense of optimism in the city, and with each passing day, it becomes more clear that he's here to stay. The era of Shedeur Sanders is upon Cleveland, and fans are ready to watch him lead the way. With the pressure from the top and Shedeur's impressive performance, it's a tough decision for the coach. Do you think ownership will get their way, or will Stefanski maintain control over the starting role? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think will happen next for Shedeur Sanders and the Browns.